Hey everybody, Laura here, welcome back to another video. Today we're trying out a demo for a game called ScholoMatch, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it. And with that I've been really getting into sort of visual novels and narrative games. And the dev made me aware that this game had a demo. They've recently also updated the demo with fully voiced characters and things like that, so I thought it would be interesting to check this out. The game is set for release in 2025, but the demo is available now, and you can grab that from the Steam page. I will leave all the links down below as always. The game comes from Dire Kitten Games, who I think is either a solo dev or a very small dev team, so it will be interesting to see what they've done. Let's just jump in.
The day is finally here. It's time to leave your old life behind and step into a world of magic and wonder. Your letter of invitation in hand, you step up to the shimmering portal in front of you with butterflies in your stomach.
Okay.
Earth recedes behind you as you're pulled through the veil that separates the world you know from the spirit realms that lie beyond it, shrouded in myth. A moment later, you find yourself in a beautiful meadow of wildflowers under a clear blue sky. Behind you is a dense, vibrant forest. In front of you is a towering castle, its narrow towers reaching hundreds of feet above you. As you take a moment to appreciate the scene, a wind picks up around you, coalescing into a small vortex a few feet away. The light inside it seems to bend and fold in on itself briefly as a boy steps out of it. He smooths his rumpled hair and then smiles as he spots you.
Hi.
Hello there. I wasn't expecting any new students this far into the semester, but I'm glad to see you.
Am I late?
By a couple of weeks.
Oh damn.
But we'll get you caught up. Oh, I'm Riley Galwin, and I'm the welcoming committee. Welcome to Horizon Academy.
Hi
I
Riley.
use he, they pronouns. Would you mind if I ask what yours are?
She, her.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Taking a longer look at the terrain around you, you spot students in small groups, practicing a dizzying array of magic.
Horizon boasts the most diverse student body of any sanctioned academy in the realms. Most students here came all this way to get away from the familiar. Is that true for you?
I'm very new to all of this.
Oh, how exciting for you. I'm envious, truly. After a while, magic just becomes a normal part of your world. But I still remember those first days of discovery and wonder. Please, make sure you enjoy them.
Oh, I will, Riley.
Let's
I
get
will.
you familiar with how we cast magic here at the academy, so you can start learning from the other students.
You shouldn't be a teacher, be the one teaching me.
Well, Headmaster Galdrin usually teaches the classes, but he's not around at the moment.
Where is he?
We don't precisely know. He left shortly before the students arrived and hasn't returned yet. But don't worry.
So classes can't actually start?
Many of our students know enough to lead seminars, and everyone here has their own gifts and knowledge to share. You'll get a top-notch education regardless.
Where did he go?
No idea. He didn't bother to leave a note.
And there are no other instructors?
Afraid not. Galdrin is wildly powerful. He ran this entire place himself. So, with him gone, it's just the students and the school's enchantments. But the seniors are teaching classes, and so far it's going quite well.
Sounds great.
I'm glad you agree. It's been working out wonderfully so far. New students are learning a lot, and I think it's actually helping the seniors to have this responsibility.
I like how his arm is moving just ever so slightly. And obviously he's blinking and stuff, but even his hair is just rustling, so that's a really nice touch.
Let's talk basics. Magic has existed since the dawn of time, and a lot of it has taken on the resonance of a particular element. In order for the magic to work, the parts of the same resonance need to be aligned.
Okay.
We're going to be shaping the magic around us. Your goal is to shift individual bits of magic so that at least 3 of the same type are lined up with each other. Do that and they'll put some power into the spell you're making. Make sense? Let's give it a shot.
So, just to confirm, I have seen very spicy games that are similar to this. Now, like it said there, it doesn't get overly explicit. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if it's going to be my type of thing, but I'm interested to see what the narrative is like and things like that, and also I want to keep seeing more of the character design. So, it might be a weird choice of demo for me to play, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to be open-minded. Riley's spells take fewer points to complete. Okay.
Well done.
Oh, look at that.
You're a natural.
This is very simple, but I like
Truly
this.
an excellent
Oh,
spellcaster.
we did it. And I'm sure he's
Your
very proud of
first
me.
spell of the semester goes off without a hitch. A rainbow cloud of flower petals swirls around you, and you can shape the air currents they're riding on.
Artfully add some petals to your hair. Playfully weave the petals in Riley's hair. Let the petals fall to the ground. Explode the petals.
A flair for the dramatic, I see.
I am, thank
That
you.
was very well done. Honestly, I'm relieved.
You doubted me?
Well, no, not precisely. It's just that the school needs talented students, more than ever.
I'll
Getting
be
into this
the
academy
talented
was hard
student.
for most of us, and the resources here are fantastic. But Galdrin created this realm, and only he knows how to maintain it. If it begins to show signs of instability, we'll all have to leave.
Is there anything we can do
The
about it?
students will need to figure out how to maintain the realm ourselves. To think that we could accomplish what Galdrin did, well, it's daunting, but we have to try.
Sounds like you think Galdrin isn't coming
He
back.
might, but we can't count on it. I mean to keep this place open, and that means focusing on what we can control, without worrying too much about what we can't.
Fair.
But that's not your responsibility. All you need to worry about is making friends and keeping up with your own work. Let's move on to your next lesson.
Okay.
Before we move on, do you mind if I ask what you're hoping to get out of your time here? I like to make sure the school is set up to support the new students as best it can.
I want to be a powerful mage. I want to be able to help people back home. I'm looking for adventure. I'm looking for romance. Adventure.
The energy of youth. Well,
You're
in luck,
like
because
young.
soon you'll be neck deep in adventure whether you like
You're
it or
young
not.
too.
Lots of people come to school thinking adventure will come after you graduate. But I promise you there's tons of it right here on campus. Last year we had 15 separate incidents, and that's just counting extraplanar beings that came here specifically looking for trouble.
Bring it on.
Okay, as the welcoming committee, I feel it's my responsibility to tell you that while confidence is great, maybe don't seek out danger. You're nowhere near a full wizard yet, and the threats out here in the magical world are, well, infinite. You can see why learning the basics is so important. Shall we move on to your second lesson?
Yeah.
Maybe I can help with that.
Hello.
Ember! So good of you to stop by.
I was on my way to the lake to help Constantine reinforce the wards there. Oh, is this a new student? I don't think I've seen you before.
Literally just got here. So I think as well, the question I want to ask is, what age are these people? Are we talking student, but 18 plus student? Because like, I don't want to get into dodgy territory here. But also, I would be like, oh my god, you're so pretty. I'd probably say your hair is so pretty. But, you know.
Aw, thanks! You are adorable. Riley, anything I can help with?
We covered building chains of elemental mana. I was about to explain about chaos and pure.
Mm-hmm. Very important to understand.
Okay.
So you saw how elemental magic worked? Line up the bits and magic happens? Well, chaos and pure mana work the same way, but the results are different. And not always what you want. Chaos mana looks like this. It's everywhere and it's dangerous. If you line it up, it'll corrupt the spell you're working on and set back your progress.
Okay,
And here
no
we
chaos.
have some pure mana. Pure mana won't help the spell you're working on the way elemental mana does, but it'll fuel little helper spells we call cantrips. Here, let me teach you Cleanse. It's probably the most basic one there is.
Okay.
Cleanse destroys a couple random bits of chaos mana so they don't cause you problems. Other cantrips do flashier things like changing bits of mana between elements. You'll see when you get there.
Well put, Ember. Put as simply as possible, matching chaos is bad and matching pure is good. You'll get the hang of exactly why as you get a little more experience.
Oh, I see my friends calling me. I have to run, but welcome to Horizon. I'm sure I'll see you again soon.
I hope so, and I want fashion tips.
Let's try another spell and we'll see how you handle chaos and pure mana.
Okay. Okay. Chaos and pure mana.
That's it. Excellent spell casting.
As long as the chaos
Well
doesn't get in my way, I guess, then
That's
it's
it.
fine. We've got some... Oh,
That's it.
oh, nice.
done.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. And that should be us? No, it's not quite.
Top of the class.
I'm the only one in this class, but okay.
Great. You avoided the chaos and collected the pure. Well done. Cleanse is a useful cantrip. I'm sure that other students will teach you different ones if you become friends.
A big, goofy creature
Oh my
comes
God.
bounding up to Riley and
at
starts
this.
licking his face, much to his dismay. At the slightest
Your
sign
pets,
that you're
obviously.
up for pets, the creature runs up to you, tail wagging excitedly.
Pets and
You rub
scritches.
the creature's back and scratch behind its ears and under the chin. Its tail wags furiously, and it keeps trying to hop up to lick your face. After a few seconds of unbridled puppy energy, it turns back to Riley and nearly knocks him over with an exuberant pounce.
I love this creature.
Stop that. Go away, you. We're busy here. Go frolic.
The creature gives him one final, colossal lick across the face and then runs off across the meadow.
Who's that?
Oh, that's just the new school mascot. Pay it no mind.
What's his name?
Oh, of course it has a name. Obviously. G something. Gilbert. That's it. Sorry, I'm rather forgetful.
Adorable.
Is he? I suppose he is. That's good. He's always around, so I'm sure you'll see lots of him.
I hope
Come
so.
with me. We can do this next bit in the castle. That's where most of your classes will be.
Okay.
One last spell. And then I'll let you run off and choose whatever classes you want to attend, and otherwise discover your destiny.
Who organises classes with Galdrin missing?
I do. There's not much to it, really. Just preparing the spaces, drawing up schedules, asking students to give lessons, and making sure there are some healers ready at all times, in case something goes wrong.
Can I help?
Oh, how kind of you to offer. But no, I think I have things well in hand. I will certainly come find you if that changes, okay?
Okay.
Things seem to be running smoothly enough so far. I haven't heard too many complaints, although a few students clearly want to return home.
Why don't they?
Well, this plane of existence is rather disconnected, you see. The bridges to the other realms become less reliable the farther we get from the solstice. We're over a month past it already.
But how could I get here?
It's good luck that you managed to slip
Oh.
through it all. Trying to go back would be very risky at the moment. So I'm afraid that, Archmage or not, we have a semester to make the most of together.
What happens if the realm falls apart before
Nothing
then?
good, that's for certain.
That's ominous.
But honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about that. The sort of destabilization we're talking about would take more than a semester. Even if the school ends up closed, we still have at least a semester to study together.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Are you new
Oh
here?
my god, I love her
There
top
aren't a ton
thing
of other
with the
humans to
upside
talk
down
to.
pentagram.
Oh, wait, are you human? Scratch that. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I just got a little excited.
Are you?
Yep, as human as they come. 32 teeth, 206 bones, and a beat-up old laptop. One standard human.
I love the stickers on here. Her jacket as well. I love her style, totally.
I'm glad you stopped by, Charlie. I was just about to teach our newest classmate about how time plays a role in casting. Care to explain it since you recently learned about it yourself?
Yeah, no problem. Basically, when you're casting, you want to do it carefully, but also quickly. Magic doesn't like holding a shape, so if you take too long, it'll all unravel, and you'll have to start again.
That doesn't sound great.
Succinctly put, Charlie, top marks. Here at school, there's not much consequence to failing a spell. But there are certainly situations where the consequences could be dire, so it's good to practice getting it right.
Could be dire. What kind of dire?
I need to get to class, but I'll see you around, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's try one more practice spell, and then we can get you settled in.
Okay.
You're a natural.
I do like the simplicity of
Top
matching
marks.
like 3 in a row. Like, I used to play
Truly
games like this on my phone quite a lot when phone games became new. I don't want the Chaos Emeralds.
Top marks. Truly phenomenal.
Look at me go.
Alright, I think your orientation is complete. You're a little behind the other students, but it shouldn't take too long to
Who are
catch
you
up.
calling a little behind?
Come with me. I'll show you to the dorms. Speaking of, all that spell casting has given you enough experience to improve at an aspect of magic.
I can do
If
that.
you open up the lessons page of your spellbook, you can commit your experience to improving in an area of your choice. Go ahead and do that now.
Okay. Fire. Air, water, earth, chaos. Why would I want to up decrease the penalty from matching chaos gems? For each puzzle with an additional run, an additional turn. Okay, I feel like that's good and that's good. And this is good and this is good. Like, yeah, that's fine.
Wonderful. Here we are at the dorms. Everyone lives here while we're at the academy.
It looks lovely.
Definitely please make an effort to meet the other students. They can teach you cantrips and magical styles from their own cultures.
What are magical styles?
I'm sure you've noticed that while lining up 3 bits of magic is great, getting 4 or even 5 builds your spell faster. But the burst of mana from those 4 or 5 piece chains of mana can be shaped to do even more helpful things.
You have a magical style?
Oh, I suppose. I've never really thought of it as a style, but I do love taking things slow and really studying magic as I use it. And this is your room. The students are all generally friendly, so don't hesitate to ask anyone if you need anything.
I think it's interesting that the room is like scribbled as if like you're meant to imagine it yourself almost.
Speaking of other students, there is perhaps one more thing we should discuss that's a bit less formal.
Which is funny because I can't actually imagine things. I have aphantasia, so I can't put myself in that situation, if you know what I mean. What's that?
Humans aren't an academic focus of mine. I certainly don't know the myriad cultures that make up your delightful species or how they view dating.
Very complicated. I'm happy to teach. Other people view dating. It's very complicated.
Well, in that way, humans are quite similar to everyone else. Romance is always a bit uncontrollable after all.
Okay.
I don't know how humans feel about multiple partners, but in the interest of limiting drama and heartbreak, I thought you might like to know that most students here are enjoying a social scene without constraints.
Okay, meaning?
Meaning that if you do decide to date someone, they likely won't have an expectation that you aren't dating other people as well. Or that they aren't.
We can be polyam. Well, if I have that expectation.
Well, honesty is important as with all things. Certainly feel free to discuss it with any potential romantic partners, but just be aware that it isn't the norm here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm feeling a tad awkward. Matters of the heart aren't really a part of the onboarding process, but with Galdrin missing, I really do want to keep any miscommunications between the students to a minimum.
I appreciate the
All
advice.
right, I'll let you get settled in. The school's enchantments will direct you to the right classes, but feel free to audit whatever interests you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Riley has taught you a new minor magical style, Careful Study. Matching 4 gems will generate extra experience points to help you level up your lessons faster.
Alrighty. Another day of learning new exciting magic. Who are you?
Learning to harness the raw elemental power of the universe is exciting. So exciting that it's easy to forget that it is also quite dangerous, and that it's important to pay attention to what you're doing rather than daydream about what you will someday do with all this power. That's what you're thinking as you jog down the hallway towards the infirmary. A truly agonizing itching sensation spreading upwards from the tips of your left hand from where you carelessly touched some alchemical reagents that look just a little too similar to your snacks.
Why do I feel like this game's calling me out?
You take a sharp turn through the infirmary's door and are greeted by a facility that is completely empty, aside from one student sitting at the attendant's desk, peeking over the top of a heavy tome with marked disinterest in your plight.
Help, please?
Now, no need to panic. What's the worst that could be wrong with you? At a wizarding school, in a pocket dimension far removed from the civilized realms, with no faculty. I'm sure it's nothing.
Okay.
With a put-upon sigh, the healer gets up and walks over to you, taking your arm gently and looking carefully at your hand, which has begun to take on a purple
That
tint.
doesn't sound good.
Well now, if I was an expert in human hands, and I happen to be just that, I would say that this certainly has far too much blood in it. And more by the second, quite the conundrum.
Please help.
Fortunately, I have just the thing. One moment.
Releasing your hand, they walk over to a nearby cabinet. Passing by an abundance of salves and potions, they grab a book and bring it to you. A beginner's guide to magical maladies.
I believe I'm going to have to learn a spell to heal my own self.
There you are. Chapter 5, I believe. Should have a simple remedy for your current predicament.
Can you heal it?
Oh, certainly. As I said, this isn't much of a problem as far as afflictions go. But I'd rather you do it.
Please.
Quibbling with me while your hand absolutely swells to bursting? An interesting approach. Let's see how it works out for you.
If my hand explodes, won't you have to
Now
fix it?
that would be a mess worthy of my attention. Do let me know if we get to that point. I'll be over at my desk.
I like this character.
A wise choice. Best of luck to you. Avail yourself of whatever supplies you may need.
In cases of sanguine overabundance, one must first tie 8 grams of thistle together with twine. Then...
Fix that hand. Little secret. Chaos gems are more common. Okay.
Well done. Not the worst I've seen.
Hey, that was good. Shh.
Well done. Not the worst I've seen.
Oh. Okay.
Tragic.
Shit. I need to get more of the pure...
Well done.
Oh god, we're gonna fail. We're gonna fail.
Not the worst I've seen. Well done.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. I only have one move left. I can't do this in one move. Oh my god.
Not the worst I've seen. Seems bad.
Oops.
What's that? Oh, well, now you really do need an expert healer.
Amidst the sea of fey bodies and fashion, Charlie's easy to spot. She sees you too, and waves enthusiastically as she runs over.
I love
there.
her style so
You're
much.
the new kid, right?
Yeah, we met in the first day.
I remember. There aren't a ton of other humans here after all.
Want to practice together?
Yes, 1000%. Honestly, a lot of people are more interested in using class time to socialize or goof off. So, I'm always on the lookout for dependable study buddies.
That's me.
I thought so. You look dependable. It'll be great to have another human to compare notes with. There are so many different people here, and a lot of their backgrounds give them a leg up. I'm excited, but also feeling very out of my depth.
You asked for help?
A little. This is my first time having to make friends in a very long time, and I'm definitely out of practice. All these fae have so much in common, and I just feel like I come off as weird.
No weirder than me.
Thanks. That actually makes me feel better. Maybe we can be weirdos together and not worry about what everyone else thinks.
I agree.
Besides, once we're at the top of the class, we'll be sticking out for all the right reasons.
That's the spirit.
Hey, I've got an intro healing spell I've been wanting to work on. Want to give it a try with me?
Yeah. Must clear all marked gems to win. Okay.
I hope that's not on the test. I'm glad I chose you.
That's cute.
Just like we practiced. Good one. Sweet.
Okay. So we've been doing alright
Good
so
one.
far. Where's the other marked gems?
Nice. Just like we practiced. Sweet.
Oh, we're doing well.
I'm glad I chose you.
Yeah, look at that.
Charlie's spell is a very simple healing spell, good for fixing up bruises and scrapes. The two of you spend a lovely couple of hours hanging out as you wander the grounds looking for students to practice on. The spell works on everyone, but you notice it responds slightly differently to different species. Charlie takes very detailed notes on her laptop. After the two of you have mended every bump and bruise in the freshman class, and even a couple bemused upperclassmen, Charlie looks very pleased with herself.
So you're a healer.
I haven't really decided yet. I'm kind of interested in everything. I mean, it's magic. Everything about it is interesting.
That's how I would feel too.
But I do think a lot about how magic can sustain life. Not just healing, but stopping death entirely. Immortality. I want to find out how to do that.
Well, you got your work cut out for you.
Sure, but we're here, aren't we? We got the collected knowledge of magic users from all of history at our fingertips. We shouldn't take this kind of opportunity for granted. Go big or go home, right?
Right.
But being at school with all these other different people is a great opportunity for research. So many different species, and most with much longer lifespans than humans.
We are quite fleeting.
Why? How? Can we create spells to mimic some of their abilities and experiences? I want to learn all about that. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We did a good job with our little healing spell, and that's a great first step.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Oh god.
Pew! I'm glad I met you. I like everyone here, but it's nice to hang out with someone from the same general background, you know? Movies and smartphones and learning magic from scratch.
Are humans so
A
different?
lot of students here have some inherent expression of magic. Humans can learn, but we start from zero. That's why we have so much more technology to make up for it. But hey, you and I are doing great at picking up magic. Let's do it again sometime. I'll see you around.
Charlie has taught you a major magical style, Purifying Wave. When you match 5 gems, transform up to 4 random chaos gems into elemental gems.
I like that. Okay, I want to meet you, Aquamant.
Today's lecture is outdoors, where you can be a bit closer to the elements you're studying.
Sounds nice.
You're yawning and letting your mind wander as a long lecture ends, and students start pairing up.
I love
for
your outfit
practice.
too. You're so beautiful.
There's a lot going on around you, but your eyes keep settling on a student you haven't talked to yet.
Hey, new kid, come here.
You blink to clear your head as you stand up and walk over.
I'm Cassie. I saw you looking my way. What's up?
I was hoping we could study together.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure. I'm a siren, so I can probably get you caught up in Aquamancy if you're interested.
Siren, really?
Yep, siren with a capital S. You know, ocean fae that lure sailors into crashing their ships into the rocks with our sexy, sexy songs. Watch out, or I'm gonna get you.
Can I hear?
Are you serious? You want to be compelled? Absolutely not. If for no other reason, then it's considered bad form to lure humans with a song and then let them live.
Oh, okay.
And you seem nice, so let's not. But we can practice magic together instead.
Sounds great.
I could use a warm-up, and I'm guessing that you don't know a lot of undersea spells. Let's start with a simple water shaping spell.
Okay. In 2 turns, Cassie will take your turn. Huh? Okay.
That's impressive! I like it! Ooh! Not too bad.
Okay, so this isn't a bad one. This is quite a good one.
I'm a happy fish!
Cassie effortlessly summons an orb of water from the nearby lake, and you take turns shaping it into various forms.
Sounds lovely.
She goes first, making a simple fish that swims through the air.
Turn it into a jellyfish.
Ooh, the top is super simple, but the dangly bits are hard. Nice!
Cassie adds a little more water and changes the shape into an octopus, wrapped all around her.
Turn it into wings.
Oh, like a seagull? I've
No.
always wanted to fly.
Cassie adds even more water and shapes it into a fairly detailed copy of herself.
Have it do a cute dance.
My god, she's so hot, right? I like those moves.
Cassie puts the water back where it came from.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me.
That was super good! And also, I had fun! I need to meet up with some friends though. Later!
Bye.
Cassie has taught you a major magical style, Radiant Storm. Matching 5 gems empowers some water gems to also provide pure mana when you match them.
Nice. Okay. So I'm wondering about the passage of time. here? Like, I don't know if each time we do a lesson, it's like a day, for example. Who are you, though? I like your style. Why is everyone avoiding that girl? Oh, is she gonna be meanie? Oh, I kinda want to speak to her. This one, like, they're all kind of, they all bounce, so I don't think there's like a right or wrong way you go. I think I'm gonna go with her.
You're walking through the busy hallways, lost in thought as you try to commit the last class's arcane formulas to memory. You pay no mind to the students pushing past you until some deep and instinctual part of your brain becomes aware that someone is making eye contact with you.
Oh,
She heads towards you with
Oh,
a
you're
cheerful
lovely.
smile and a confidence
That's
that makes
amazing.
you sure she's heading for someone behind you. Glancing over your shoulder, you don't see anyone else paying her any attention though. When you turn back to her, she's just a couple of feet away, her friendly smile clearly meant for you. 2 quick steps, and she's closed the distance to you, wrapping you up in a warm embrace. The peach fuzz covering her face, velvety soft against your skin,
So-
as she nuzzles your cheek affectionately.
my real life response would be this: hey, what the hell? Because I don't really like hugs, but I don't want to be angry at her.
You're hilarious. I've got a free period. Want to hang out down by the lake?
No, really, I don't know you.
The fairy takes a step back and looks at you, her expression shifting from confusion to realization to horror.
Oh my gosh. You really don't know me, do you? Does this mean this is the first time we're meeting? Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Very confused.
Yeah, I would be too if some rando just leapt into my arms. Geez, Miko, great first impression.
Lots of strange things happen at wizard school.
You always know the right thing to say. Not that you would know that, only having met me for the first time.
Want to tell me what's going on?
Okay, introductions like a normal person. Hi, I'm Miko, and it's wonderful to make your acquaintance for the first time.
Wonderful to make yours,
A
Miko.
hopeful smile graces her face, and she visibly relaxes.
She's so adorable.
Thanks. Sorry, this isn't going like I imagined, and I'm just sort of trying to recover.
Imagine meeting me.
Well, not meeting you, but I've had visions of knowing you. You know, after the meeting part, which is usually the hard part for me.
Visions.
Yeah, so the thing is that I'm an oracle. You know, visions of the future, portents and prophecies and that sort of thing.
So what visions have you had of me?
All sorts. But the thing is that sometimes I get lost in those visions and then I get confused. You know how sometimes you can't remember if something really happened or you're remembering a dream?
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Super weird, right?
Confusing for sure.
Well, being an oracle is like that, but all the time. It's really hard to keep clear what has happened and what's going to happen, or what might happen. For me, it's all memories, whether it's happened yet or not. Which
Okay.
means sometimes I accidentally feed my cats 3 times in one morning. And sometimes I super embarrass myself by giving a huge hug to my best friend only to discover that they've never met me, and now they think I'm a crazy person.
So I think our cats would love that. I'm your best friends? Okay, I don't think you're crazy. You should probably get a handle on that. I'm your best friend?
Yeah, or, geez, I am not nailing this. I don't mean to, tell you what you're going to do. I've just seen futures where you and I are very close, and I like those futures a lot. Maybe too much since I forgot that I'm not actually in one of those futures.
You want to be best friends?
Yes, I would like that very much, but you don't even know me.
Let's fix that.
Really? Okay, where should we start?
Want to project magic
Yes!
together?
Honestly, teaching people magic is sort of my jam. Could I teach you a little divination?
I'd love that. First match of each turn is worth half. Chain reactions are worth double. Okay.
Yeah!
Sweet.
Yay! Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a lot of points, a lot of turns here at least. That's better.
Nice prediction.
Oh, lovely.
Divination is one of the trickier branches of magic, but Miko is an intuitive and enthusiastic instructor. Her awkwardness melts away as she runs you through some warm-ups. It's clear that even though she's a freshman like you, this isn't her first time teaching.
Okay, friend, your mana control is looking stellar. Now you just need to choose a scrying surface. Something you can look into, unfocus your eyes, and see what the magic allows you to see.
Nice.
We can grab whatever we need from the supply closet. You can read about all the standard options
Mirror.
in Chapter
That's
1
what my
of
head
the
went to.
Divination textbook.
Mirror.
It's definitely the easiest option to carry around. I get visions naturally, so that isn't very useful
I
to me,
have
but
a
it's
little mirror.
great for most people. Let's start by channeling mana into the mirror and clearing your mind. Get rid of your expectations, and the magic will guide you to the most likely future.
Miko guides you, and you start having visions. Just bits and pieces, though. A face, a sound, people shouting far away. It's an indistinct jumble, but a definite sense of anxiety builds in you.
Okay.
Whatever you're seeing feels important, but you can't get it in focus. The more you try to divine details, the more confused everything gets.
Gently, gently, let it slip away. It takes a long time to learn how to focus and interpret. This was a great first try. Don't worry, you'll get good at this soon enough. Trust me, I know.
Whatever I saw felt worrying.
Did it? That's a pretty common response to dipping your toes into the stream of time. General uneasiness at the unknown, you know. Let's do some more later and I'll help you get a clearer picture so you can see that whatever it is isn't so bad.
Alright.
Thanks for letting me teach you a little bit. I really like teaching people. It makes me feel less shy.
You're great at it.
Thanks. I feel a little like I'm cheating because this all comes naturally to me. Also, I'm a fairy, so I'm used to magic in general. This was really nice. I feel like things worked out okay.
Things worked out
Oh,
just fine.
thanks. Sorry for needing assurance. It's just that this is an important moment for me. Lots of potential futures going away, and I don't want to lose the good ones. I should go for now, but we can hang out again? I'll help you with that vision.
I'd love to hang out.
Miko
Lessons or
giddily
not.
sweeps you up in a hug for a quick moment.
I'm really happy.
You like the hugs.
Thanks. I'll see you around, okay?
See you soon, Miko.
Miko has taught you a minor magical style. See through flames. When you match 4 fire gems, 2 random gems become empowered with
Oh, I like the
time
sound of
magic.
this.
Break them to earn an extra turn.
Alright, let's see this person.
A girl sits alone, focused on a spellbook that floats a foot from her face. The pages occasionally
I like
turning on their
her style
own.
as well. I don't think we've met a character yet who I don't like the design of. They all look really, really cool.
While many of the nearby students keep glancing at her, none approach or speak to her. She doesn't look up as you approach.
Hey, what's up?
Can I help you?
Can we practice magic
No.
together? Why not?
Because I am busy, and I do not need practice. There are plenty of other novices around to play with. I suggest you corner one of them.
No need to be
On the
rude.
contrary, rudeness is an excellent tool for protecting the peace and quiet I so covet.
To be fair, I'm very sorry I've interrupted you, because this is how I feel when I'm interrupted. Who are you?
With a small sigh, she flicks her wrist, and the book disappears in a shimmer of light. She glances at the other students, who are all suddenly engrossed in other things.
We need to normalise capes. This is beautiful. We need to normalise it.
You don't know? I am Amara Dardalia of the Quela. I assume you at least know who the Quela are.
No. Should I?
Astounding. Simply put, the Quela are the most magically adept of the Fae races. We keep to the outer edges of the spirit wilds and stay out of the squabbles of the other civilizations.
Why be isolated?
Because you are all quite exhausting.
Relatable.
The Quela are more than capable of continuing their own development without interference or connection to other realms.
What sort of development?
You aren't going to stop, are you?
Nope.
I will make you a deal. Let us practice a simple spell together.
Cool.
You will learn a great deal, and you can tell your friends that you've had the rare opportunity to mix mana with me. And then, you will leave me alone. Forever.
I don't want to though. You seem kinda cool. Only scores points from matches with 4 or more gems. Oh god.
Not as hopeless as you look.
Okay, we're making progress, but not a lot of progress. The music here is cool.
My mistake for thinking you could do better.
Oh shh, please don't be mad at me.
Acceptable. You're getting the basics.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna win, but I feel like I did the best as I could with what I had available to me.
Oh, unfortunate. Well, I didn't need magic to know how that was going to turn out. On your way now. I have things to accomplish.
I really disappointed in myself. I hope Amara will give me another chance to prove myself. I kind of want to find out who you are.
Lost in your own thoughts as you walk between
You're
classes,
cool as
you're
fuck.
startled as someone moves to block your way. His smile is in contrast to his aggressive posture, and glancing around, you see other students giving you some space.
Hey, defend yourself.
No, what'd I do? Why'd you want to fight me?
I haven't fought you yet. Each opponent teaches me something, win or lose. So, are you up for it? Or suit yourself. But some things out there won't just walk away because you ask nicely. Good luck out there.
The wizard casually puts his hands in his pockets and walks past you without a second glance, knocking into your shoulder on the way.
Rude. Damn. I didn't realise that was going to stop me from, like, actually doing anything, but, yeah.
Another idyllic day passes by at the academy, and you take a few minutes to relax outside and watch the clouds pass overhead. Lying in the lush grass, listening to a nearby brook, and watching an eagle soar in lazy circles. You wonder idly whether this peaceful realm existed before the academy was built, or if the entire place was built to support the school. In either case, you're lucky to be able to experience it. The peaceful moment is broken by a spray of arcane bolts that streak up from the castle and into the sky. The eagle is right in the path of the spray, and though it tries to swerve, at least one missile strikes it. The bird plummets towards the nearby woods.
Want to catch it.
You dash through the tree line, eyes locked on the falling eagle. At a full sprint, you think you can get to it before it hits the ground.
Continue.
Moments before the eagle will hit the ground, you hear a crashing to your right. Something large is running right at you. If you take your eyes off the bird, you won't catch it.
Catch the eagle.
You sprinted this far to save the eagle. You're not going to bail on it now. You put a little extra oomph into your last step and launch yourself towards the bird, now mere feet from the ground. Despite how fast you're moving, you manage to wrap your arms protectively around the bird, just before something slams into your side hard and sends you bouncing along the ground. Your body aches, but you manage to
we got
protect
the eagle.
bird from
That's
the
all that
impact
matters.
and breathe a sigh of relief as it moves feebly in your arms. Injured, but still alive. A few feet away, a powerfully built boy is picking himself up off the ground where he landed after smashing into you.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to catch the bird. Is it okay?
It's badly hurt.
Alive? You saved it. Thank you. Can I see it? Can we help?
Gently, you set the eagle down on the ground between you. It's still breathing, but only barely.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. This is terrible. It's okay, little buddy.
I like this guy.
Okay. Everything's gonna be alright. Hey, do you know anything about healing? I'm not, like, the best at it.
Charlie taught me some.
Oh, good. Can you help the bird? It's pretty messed up.
Hope so,
As you
alright.
begin the spell, the boy looks back and forth between you and the bird, biting his lip.
His little face. Heal the eagle. Cannot move chaos gems. Fabulous.
Tasty.
This is okay. We can save the eagle, please. I might cry if the eagle dies.
Oh no.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Nice thinking.
That's okay though. This isn't too bad. Could be worse.
Now
There we
you're
go.
cooking.
There we go.
Whatever hit the eagle burned off its tail feathers and scorched its legs badly. As calmly as you can, you gather healing magic and push it gently into the burnt muscle and bone, feeling it slowly regenerate. With a final invocation, you tie off the magic and lower your arm, exhausted. The eagle is still in no shape to fly, but it'll live. With some help, you think it will recover.
Good.
Yo,
Saved
you
it.
saved Connor!
Connor,
I don't know, he just looks like a Connor to me.
good to meet
It's
you.
good to meet you too. I'm Heron, by the way.
Do you know who attacked the eagle?
I don't think anyone attacked him on purpose. Sometimes people get really excited when they master a new spell and don't pay enough attention to what's around them.
Connor has terrible luck.
Poor little buddy. But he also has good luck because you were nice enough to run over and save him.
So did you.
Oh, that's true. I guess he's extra lucky. This sort of thing happens a lot around here. People don't know how strong they are and sometimes don't pay enough attention to what's around them. It's very hard for young wizards. Like, we're all learning all this new power. It's fun to use, and we really don't know how dangerous it can be.
That's fair.
That's part of why I stay away from the flashy stuff and mostly focus on cooking magic.
Cooking magic.
Yeah, check it out.
Heron pulls a small pouch of veggies out of his pack, and with a quick wave of his hand, they cook before your eyes. From the smell, Heron must have seasoned them earlier. Your stomach rumbles in response.
I feel like this is the best use of magic ever. Like, because I love food, but I hate cooking. Especially, like, knowing that it's going to take a while. So this would be my branch of magic.
These are for you. As a thanks for saving Connor. This is the sort of magic I get excited about. Quick, delicious, and no one gets hurt. I guess people are being a little reckless since the headmaster's gone. But that just means people like us need to step up. Help out where we can, you know?
A bell sounds in the school up the hill. Heron gently scoops up the eagle, who is surprisingly tolerant about the entire situation.
I can't be late to class again. Is it okay if I take Connor? I could take care of him while he gets better.
Do you know how to take care of eagles?
Probably. I've taken care of some other birds, and a baby Pegasus. Oh, and a fox. The fox was a little bitey.
Okay then.
Thanks. We'll be in room 35 in the freshman dorms if you ever want to come visit.
Bye.
Heron has taught you a new cantrip. Simmer. Simmer turns several water gems into air gems.
Sounds good to me. I kind of want to speak to Amara again, just because I want her to like me desperately.
You again? I thought I made myself clear that that was a one-time opportunity.
One more chance, please.
Fine. Watching you fail will take less time than convincing you to leave.
Thank you. Just gonna think about this one. The music kind of reminds me of Xena. I got that vibe. No. Failed it again. I already know I failed it again.
Complete waste of my time.
I'm sorry. I don't want to waste anyone's
I didn't
time.
need magic to know how that was going to turn out. On your way now. I have things to accomplish.
Okay. To beat her. I want to go
You're walking across the
see
school
my friend
grounds
again.
when you hear a soft flutter of wings behind you and turn to see Miko lightly touching down in the grass. Her flight transitioning smoothly into a playful skip. She opens her mouth, but then closes it again, biting her lip for a moment as her gaze falters with anxious doubt.
Excuse me, but do you know who I am?
Of course, Miko.
Miko's face lights up with joy as she takes a quick step towards you, stops herself, and quickly takes a journal out of her bag with things that actually happened written on the front in childish script. She scans a few pages, nods to herself, and puts it away. Taking a last step towards you, she double-checks to make sure she isn't misstepping in some way, and then gives you a quick and enthusiastic hug.
She really likes hugs.
Thanks for being my friend. It's a little embarrassing, but I'm pretty homesick. I didn't think I'd miss my friends from high school this much, and I haven't done well at meeting new people. Yep, I grew up in the suburbs with my mom. Most fairies on Earth avoid humans these days, but not me and Mom. Mom says humans deserve guidance as much as anyone, so we need to be available. And we have glamours, so we fit right in. I feel really lucky, actually. The world has all sorts of problems, but humans are great. I really liked growing up with them. I'm looking forward to going back after I graduate.
What was human high school like for you?
Probably the same as yours. I rode the bus, struggled with tests, tried to stay out of drama, failed to stay out of drama, kissed some people, made some mistakes. You know, normal stuff.
High school is so stressful.
It really is. And imagine that on top of normal teenage stuff, that you're starting to have visions you can't control, and there's this big important part of you that you can't talk to your friends about.
You really couldn't tell anyone?
With how humans are these days, it's safest that way. There's so little belief in magic that a good glamour is like armor against all that doubt. If a lot of humans saw what I really was, their collective doubt could really hurt me.
How so?
It could strip away my magic, or even make me forget who I am. That's happened, you know. Fairies who wanted to remind the world that magic exists, but instead the world told them that it doesn't, and they ended up believing it.
That's sad. No one ever found out about you.
I slipped a couple times, actually, but humans are very good at rationalizing. First it's, oh my gosh, Miko, are those wings? And then the next day it's, thanks for showing me your Halloween costume early. Those wings are amazing. How did you make them?
That make you feel lonely? Human sucks. No one really remembered you? Make you feel lonely.
Times, but not really. Being a fairy doesn't really define me, you know? My friends knew the parts of me that really mattered. Oh, that reminds me. 1 second.
Miko pulls out a smartphone. The protective cover depicts a black pentagram emblazed on a full moon, surrounded by beautifully rendered clouds.
I want that phone cover.
The edges of the scene are covered by a collection of stickers, unicorns and moths, and a variety of vaguely occult symbols.
Here, check it out. This is a bunch of my friends, and then that's me, all the way on the left.
Miko holds out her phone, and you see a picture of a group of high schoolers in the woods, sitting around a very basic ritual circle. And there, on the left, is a young girl who looks mostly like Miko, but distinctly human.
Oh, you're cute.
Thanks, I know. I think I look a little strange without my wings, but my glamour is pretty good.
Your friends rely on magic?
Back in middle school, my friend Christy found a book called Top 10 Love Spells, and we all went out to the woods to read it together.
I feel like every teenage girl did that. I don't know what the boys did, but I'm pretty sure every teenage girl did that.
Nope. They were 9 useless poems and 1 very problematic curse. But it was fun hanging out and giggling about it. I knew some real magic by then. Mom was preparing me to be an oracle after all. So when my friends got a few more books, I thought it would be good to steer them in the right direction.
Taught them real spells?
Just baby ones. And I got them away from the worst of the pop culture BS. Just simple healing spells, blessings for good dreams, and that sort of thing. Plenty of humans who aren't part of the magical world dabble in that stuff. Most of them aren't lucky enough to have a secret fairy friend helping them, though. I like to think my friends are better.
I would like a secret fairy friend helping me with magic. I wonder if I knew any secret fairies. Yeah,
maybe. As far as I know, there aren't a ton of fae who choose to live among the humans. But there are a few of us. That's part of why I really enjoyed teaching you some divination. I miss home, and teaching you a little reminds me of my friends.
You're going to teach me some more, right?
If you want. It sounded like your first vision was worrying, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we all have obstacles waiting for us. But we also all have wonderful things. I don't like dwelling on darker visions, but I know how hard they can be to ignore when you're starting off. Ready to get a closer look at whatever you saw?
Whenever you are.
Do you have your divining mirror?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah! Oh, how did we not see that coming?
Oh.
Yay! Cool.
Oh, that was a...
Yeah!
Feel like a good one.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, this
nice
also nice.
Prediction.
Oh,
now
lovely.
You're seeing the pattern.
You stare into your mirror, letting your eyes unfocus as you cast the spell Miko teaches you.
Don't push too hard. Let the magic show you what it wants to show you.
Let's have a nice
At
vision
first,
this time.
There are just the barest hints of sights and sounds. Solid enough that you know you aren't just imagining it, but nothing you can identify. Someone's shouting from far away, and a rainbow of light is twisting around itself.
Now, let's give the magic a little direction. Focus on one sight or sound, and do your best to ignore the rest.
Focus on the
Not
voice.
working. The strands are out of balance. Where's Amara?
Oh shit.
Did she really not come? We need her now. Watch out. It's coming apart. Protect the freshman. It's going to...
This isn't good.
Riley's voice is lost in a building cacophony of sound, through which you can make out many people screaming. They're calling out to you. Why didn't you save them? You have to save them.
Hey there.
I'm just a baby.
Hey, look at me. Focus on my voice, here and now. Come back to where we are. There you go. We're here together and everything's fine. Just breathe. You're a natural, but I definitely understand that it doesn't always feel like a gift. Can you tell me what you saw?
Riley was in trouble. It sounded really
I'm sorry
bad.
that you went through that. I've had my share of visions of doom, believe me.
Did I literally see the future?
A possible future, yes. There are lots of divinatory rituals that work through symbolism, but this isn't one of them. You experienced something that could happen.
Possible. So it might not
It's
happen.
unlikely. Usually when someone first starts learning divination, they see the most likely futures since those are the most solid. But your mood can definitely impact that.
Or it's the most likely
Back
future.
home, I helped some friends learn the very basics of dream divination, and some of them had romantic visions that were optimistic. If you're under a lot of pressure or you've been focusing on all the responsibilities that come with learning magic, then you're probably being hypervigilant about possible dangers. We can keep working on it if you'd like. In case it's not obvious, I'd love to hang out more. And if you learn a bit more divination magic, you'll be able to control your visions better. See things more clearly, if you want.
We need to figure this out now.
Oh, I know that feeling. I really, really do. But ironically, time magic shouldn't be rushed. And Mom always says that obsessing over visions leaves you blind to the present. And as it turns out, the present is where you need to focus to actually change anything. I'm not great at that part, if it wasn't obvious. But that doesn't make it any less true. Try not to stress about it. We're here to get better at magic after all. We can learn more divination together and get to the bottom of whatever you saw.
Okay.
Riley's been working with the school's enchantments to send class schedules and lecture locations directly to student spellbooks. But something has gone terribly wrong with that system this morning. You're trying to figure out where you're supposed to be, but the page you've come to rely on is covered with overlapping gibberish in several different languages. You glance down at the indecipherable script, trying to guess if you're supposed to be in aquamancy or divination. Either way, you're going to be late. Students around you are having the same problem, and you gather that there's someone up ahead who's getting it sorted out, so you follow the crowd in that direction. As you get closer, you recognize Ember, the senior you met on your first day with Riley. She's surrounded by freshmen and is fixing their schedules as quickly as she can.
Over here, everyone! I can help. Just form a line and I'll get to each of you. We'll have this sorted out in no time.
Join the line.
One by one, Ember casts a small spell on each student's spellbook. Their schedules resolve, and they run to get to class before the bell rings, until you're the last one there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hello. I remember you.
Could be really
Just
late
one
then.
second.
With a refined and well-practiced wave of her hand, mana flows into your schedule, and the ink flows across the page, settling into a schedule that helpfully informs you that this is a free period for
Oh,
you.
nice.
Oh, well, that's nice. No rush for you. I remember you got to Horizon a little late. I hope you're catching up all right. It's been a little hectic with the headmaster missing. Sorry about that.
Things are going great.
Wonderful. We're trying hard to make sure things are as stable as possible, especially for the freshmen. I'm glad the issues with the school's enchantments haven't caused you any problems.
What's wrong with
They
them?
just don't have the headmaster controlling them at the moment, so they're sort of drifting. Riley is doing a great job keeping things running smoothly, but there's a lot of magic that goes into making this place work.
The
Riley.
castle's bell rings, signaling the start of the next period.
Shoot, I got distracted fixing those schedules.
Need to get class?
Yeah, but it's too late now. It's better for me to not go than show up late to this one. Drat, I have an assignment I was going to work on with my friends. I guess I'll catch up later.
Can I help?
Nice of you to offer, but I don't want to keep you from your own studies. And it's a bit advanced for a first year.
A bit advanced for first. Happens if I do something wrong, you're only behind because you helped us.
That's technically true, but that doesn't mean you owe me. Still, I won't turn down your help if you're really interested.
I am.
Very well, let's get to it then. I'm practicing advanced unweaving, safely and efficiently undoing magic that's been formed into spells and enchantments.
Love to learn that.
For the assignment I'm working on, I need to quickly unweave active spells, and it would be ideal if I'm not the one who casts them.
I'd be happy to do that.
Thanks. This sort of counter magic is pretty tricky to do right, but I'll teach you a little as we go along, okay?
I'm ready. Ember spells require more points. Okay. Oh, you actually have to click on these, damn it!
Oh!
I didn't realize this. Okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense.
That's the way. Oh!
Ah, no, I still can't. I'm still not gonna be able to do this. Oh no! Oh no!
That's the way. Oh,
Oh, I
very
did!
well done.
I did manage it, cool. I didn't think I was gonna.
Okay, let's do a warm-up. Cast anything you like, as long as it's a spell that lingers for a bit.
Conjure a flame.
You concentrate fire magic, and a respectable fire erupts between your hands. Ember lets it sit there for a moment before dispelling it with a precise flick of her wrist.
I have a particular affinity for fire magic. It always makes me a little sad to dismiss it. Great warm-up. To get credit, though, I need to unweave something a little more substantial. Let's see what you've got.
Summon the
It
storm
takes
cloud.
some work, but you manage to summon a dreary cloud above the two of you that does its best to drench you. This time, it takes more than a simple flick of the wrist. She looks up at the cloud, taking in exactly how you created it. Her hands move hypnotically as she chants words of power, drawing the power out of your spell and dispersing the magic until the air above you is clear again.
Impressive.
While she's casting, you notice that she occasionally swirls her hand in a way you haven't seen before, periodically shifting the magic around her into a dizzying array of colours before settling back down.
Great job! I think that was enough to call the assignment done. Thanks for taking the time.
What was it you did with your hands?
Here, let me show you. Sometimes when magic isn't cooperating, you can mix it up a little. You know, get it into an easier state to work with. Like that. A little larger of a circle. Nice! I think you've got it.
Just then, a group of five
hello.
other seniors round the corner, all of them decked out in the high end of Fae fashion.
There you are, we missed you in class.
Yeah, I lost track of time. Don't worry, I got my practice in.
The group of seniors all look at you, some with a hint of curiosity, but most with a pronounced disinterest.
Cool. Well, I think we figured out why the scheduling enchantment keeps failing. When Riley got it started, they didn't account for the astral drift this year.
He's doing his best, Constantine.
I have no doubt. Anyways, it should only take us a couple of hours to fix properly. Are you coming?
Go on, I'll be right behind you. It was very nice meeting you again. I'll see you around, yeah?
Yeah.
Ember has taught you a new cantrip, Refresh. Refresh fully resets the puzzle board.
I like the sound of that one. I'm
again.
determined.
I thought I made myself clear that that was a one-time opportunity.
Determined to befriend her.
Fine. Watching you fail will take less time than convincing you to leave.
I just want to be friends with you. Why don't you like me?
Not as hopeless as you look.
Oh,
Not as hopeless as you look.
this is tight though.
You're getting the basics.
It's so close though.
Not as hopeless as flawlessly
Yes!
done.
Finally, I get some more dialogue with her.
The spell, as it turns out, is the creation of a small rain cloud. You've done this a few times before, but doing it with Amara is hard. Every time you're even remotely sloppy or take a shortcut, she whisks the mana away and has you start over. By the end, you're sweating and sore.
I bet. Thank you for the lesson.
With a knowing look, she puts a finger to your lips and directs your attention to the little cloud. In your experience, these sorts of small conjurations disperse shortly after you stop shaping them. This one hangs in the air, unchanging, but for the constant stream of droplets falling from it.
Let's take a closer look at your work, shall we?
Amara gently touches the tips of her right-hand fingers together and then spreads them out in a quick motion. Your rain cloud expands and envelops the two of you.
Okay.
Properly formed magic, self-reinforcing from ambient energy. Without a change in the local environment, this will last just shy of 3 hours. Not perfect by any means, but competently done.
Thanks.
For what? I'm simply stating fact. This was a Quayla child's exercise, and you have performed adequately. If you were my child, I would give you a rice treat.
You have a child?
Only a metaphor.
And keep studying together?
No.
Oh.
She closes her hand into a fist, and the cloud surrounding you collapses into a very small point just above your head, which bursts like a water balloon.
She's such a
drenching
bully.
you. She turns.
But you have some potential. Good luck with your life.
Thank you.
Amara has taught you a minor magical style, purification. When you match 4 gems, 2 random gems become infused with pure mana. Break the gems to collect the mana.
Let's go see this guy
I
again.
remember you. A bit slow on the
Don't know his name yet.
healing, but you'll get there. Another accident, I see. Feel free to consult any of the healing manuals in your attempts to remedy the situation.
Okay, chaos gems are more common, right? But now I know how to use these. It's so close, but so far.
Ooh, there's the
there we
spark
go.
of genius I'm waiting for.
There we go.
Researching how to magically repair your own body while that very body is in the process of succumbing to a supernatural wound is stressful, to say the least. But you manage it. Your heartbeat pounds in your ears as you return the spellbook to its cabinet and close your eyes, letting that dreadful experience recede blissfully into the past.
Ah, finished already? Excellent. Let's take a look at it then, shall we?
Show them your hand.
The healer examines your arm carefully, investigating your spell work and searching for any sign of injury.
Well, well, entirely adequate. See, I knew you had it in you. Seems you picked up the basics wonderfully. Using the naturally healing aspects of earth magic to cleanse away the corruption and damage. Well done.
Why didn't you heal me?
Because now you know how to deal with this sort of thing in the future and don't need to come here. The infirmary might be empty at the moment, but it can get quite busy, you know.
So you don't want to be my friend?
Imagine someone overestimates their control of infernomancy and incinerates one of the dorms. I'm stuck trying to unmurder a gaggle of freshmen, and you come in here with some injury of your own. Who do you think I'll tend to first? Now you can handle it yourself. A win for both of us.
Thanks, I guess.
Then I guess you're welcome. I'm Morgan, by the way.
Morgan,
In
hi.
case you want to send a thank you note or leave a stellar review with Riley. On your way now. Your arm is nicely healed, and I'd like some peace and quiet to study.
Morgan has taught you a new cantrip. Sort of. Root Filter. Root Filter causes all earth gems to transform nearby chaos into water.
Sounds good.
You here to waste my time?
I'm here to kick your
Just
ass.
what I wanted to hear.
This wizard is clearly an experienced duelist, and you rush to create defensive wards as he starts hurling magic at you.
Alright. Stable gems cost you a turn if you don't match them in time. Oh god.
Good reflexes. Well done. Nice. Good casting.
Oh, it's fine.
Keep it up.
It's fine. We did it anyway.
The other wizard pummels your defenses, testing for openings as you scramble to remember what little combat magic you've been taught. He's unrelenting, and your hastily constructed shields fail to block the full impact of his attacks. You can tell he's holding back, but not enough that he doesn't land some hits that you'll feel tomorrow.
So rude.
Especially for how you think about wizard duels, he stays very close to you. You need space to cast, and he gives you none, his eyes trained on yours as he drives you back. You start to see the ways in which his constant aggression leaves him vulnerable. You don't have the time or space for anything you'd call a real spell, but you manage a half-formed blast of fire that singes his eyebrows and rocks him back on his feet.
Hey, better than I expected. Most outsiders can't do anything but defend. Or run away. Thanks for the exercise. See you around.
You fire off another bolt of fire, but it's absorbed harmlessly by a ward on his coat. He doesn't even bother to acknowledge the attack as he strides away.
What's your name, though?
Studying your opponent has taught you a new cantrip, Force Wave. Force Wave lets you shift an entire row of gems one space to the left.
Sounds like it could be useful.
Hey, a decent sparring partner. Got a minute for a quick round?
I'm running out of time, so I need to get this done. I am determined.
Good reflexes.
That he is going down.
Solid.
Root filter. Yes. I like this. I don't know. Yeah, that did really help actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Keep your wards up. Solid. Press your
There we
advantage.
go. Easy peasy.
Typhon moves forward with an aggressive posture, but also with a bit more caution than before. You can tell he's not eager to lose his eyebrows again. There's a steady back and forth as you probe each other for weaknesses. You're able to defend yourself and send a few attacks his way, but it's clear that Typhon is much more experienced than you, and some of his moves catch you very off guard. Typhon is constantly darting past your defenses, his lithe muscles shifting beneath his clothes. The bell rings, and Typhon makes one last lunge for you, overextending in his attempt to land a convincing hit before you call it quits.
Oh.
Typhon's momentum is committed, and you're able to duck under his arm, drive your shoulder into his armpit, and throw him to the ground.
Remain
I
standing.
underestimated you. That's on me.
That makes us 1-1,
You're
right?
keeping score then. Good. I like to keep things interesting. Not that you have any chance of beating me.
We'll see about that.
You're legit. I thought you were just going to be another pushover to test myself against once or twice. But you're better than that. I think we can learn a thing or two from each other.
Yeah, I'm great at most
Typhon
things.
makes a subtle semicircle with one of his feet, and a sudden blast of air rushes into the back of your knees and drops you on your ass.
I'm pretty great too, if you don't mind me saying so.
He extends a hand to help you up.
Get up on your own.
Okay, tough guy. Word of advice? Don't let your ego get bruised. You're gonna end up on your ass a lot, so best get used to it.
Are you so focused
The
on
knack for
combat?
violence is the best way to be safe for Remnant.
Isn't it?
Right, you're human. So I guess you don't know about us. We're nomads, and the major realms are always trying to push us around.
Why is that?
Because bullies always feel bigger when they have someone smaller to push around. And there aren't that many of us. Suffice to say that danger and violence are all I've ever gotten from outsiders. So I decided that if I couldn't get away from violence, I'd do it on my own terms.
Fair.
That's why I'm here. I'm gonna learn everything I can about magic. So when I go back to my people, I can form a mercenary company. Not a safe life, but that's not in the cards anyways.
What kind of
Not
mercenary
sure
company?
yet. That's part of why I'm here. To meet all these kids from the richer realms and learn what they need. I'm not afraid of fighting people, but I'm angling for monster hunting.
That's a thing?
That's a thing for sure. The major realms all have borders with the spirit wilds, and all sorts of nightmares are lurking out there. And all those soft people will pay a lot not to deal with it themselves. Us Remnant have been forced to live out there for generations. It's dangerous, but we're used to it. Me and my friends figured that if I came here and learned advanced magic, we can make a real attempt at this.
Seems like a good plan.
I should get to my next class, but thanks for the sparring match. And the conversation. I don't normally talk about this stuff with outsiders, but I appreciate you listening. Later.
Later.
You've been doing your best to stay on top of your classwork while also spending time with your friends.
I want to go
and
see my
enjoying
friend
the
again.
wonders of living inside this amazing realm. But occasionally, the vision you had with Miko comes back to you when you let your mind wander. Sometimes you wake up with a start, Riley's voice ringing in your ears.
Protect the freshmen.
Whatever's going to happen, it's going to be bad. and you can't shake the feeling that you can do something about it. You're eager to run into Miko again and start understanding whatever it was that you saw. Today, you're in luck. You see her lying in the grass, reading a spell book.
Miko!
She looks up at you with a smile and pulls a pair of earbuds out of her ears, sliding her phone into a pouch.
Hey there! It's so nice to see you.
Your phone work out here?
Sort of. I get no signal, obviously, but the camera and stuff works, and I downloaded a bunch of music before I left. Not having access to email or Talkiegram is bad
Talkiegram.
enough. Can you imagine no phone at all? Ew, no thanks.
There's all this magic here.
That doesn't mean we can't also have technology. I can be a wizard and also appreciate my friend's cute selfies.
What are you reading
She
there?
raises the book so you can read the cover. Catastrophes and Cataclysms. Are you the chosen one who will stop
Seems
them?
like an interesting book.
Clickbaity title, I know, but it's pretty good actually. I really don't think that vision you had is likely to come true. But I also remember when I first started having visions, and I know how much the bad ones can haunt you. Sometimes people have visions of futures because they're the one who causes something big to happen. I figured that just for peace of mind we could cross off that possibility. I also thought that if you got anxious you might go looking for spells in the library, and I wanted to make sure you ended up with something worthwhile.
Thank you.
There are a lot of options when it comes to oracular methods, and I didn't want you sacrificing a chicken or dancing naked in the moonlight or anything like that.
I'm not picking these options on purpose. But so you don't always see me dancing naked is an acceptable thing to say to a friend. Have you done anything like that?
I haven't, but I've always had my mom to guide me. I've had friends who ended up doing some questionable rituals because they didn't have the good sense to come to me first. So consider that your warning.
Alright, so what's in this book?
Catastrophes and Cataclysms makes a good case that if you're largely untrained and you had a vision of impending doom, then it's possible that you're at the center of whatever you're seeing. According to the book, in many cases, the person having the vision causes the cataclysm.
Oh, shit.
There's a whole chapter on when having the vision causes a person to try to stop the cataclysm, and that's what causes it. Really interesting stuff.
You think I caused whatever I saw?
Nah, I think you saw an extremely unlikely future because you're stressed about your homework. But you'll sleep better if we can cross off this one possibility. So we're going to do this spell from chapter 4. We know that the future you saw could happen with you here, so we need you to have a vision of a future in which you aren't. Then we'll know if you're the cause or not.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
Cool. Yay! Yay! Nice prediction.
There we go. Nice.
Bringing out your scrying mirror, you speak the words Miko instructs you to, and your reflection begins to shift.
Okay, you're doing great. This next step is important. As you're extending into the future, visualize a future where you aren't at the academy anymore. It doesn't really matter why you aren't here, just that you're not.
Imagine you've been polymorphed
Gentle
into a
breeze
squirrel.
And warm sunlight dance across the edges of your perception, promising a simple life of finding nuts and leaping from tree to tree.
Okay, good. I can feel the shift. Now, bring your focus away from you and back to this place. What happens now that you're gone?
You hear Riley's voice
Oh,
again,
no.
crying out for help. Slowly, you begin to see what's happening around him and drift backwards to see the larger picture.
Ember, we're losing control. Take the younger students and find a way out. If the realm is failing, then perhaps the wards will...
Some seniors are listening to Riley, but most of the students are in a full panic, attempting whatever magic they think will save them from this disaster. The terrible sound of magic unraveling grows louder and louder as burning hot lines of mana appear in the air, crisscrossing the entire realm. The sound almost drowns out the screaming of students. The roar builds to a
Doesn't
deafening
sound good.
crescendo and then suddenly stops, leaving you in an empty void. It's only then that you realize that you're shaking. At some point during the ritual, you must have fallen backwards, your senses transfixed by the vision. Miko caught you and as you return to the present, you find yourself wrapped in her arms as you lean back into her, a soft hand gently stroking your hair.
Shh. It's okay. It hasn't happened. Whatever you saw, it's not real yet. You're in the present and everything's just fine.
Back and rest.
Close your eyes, and a surprising wave of exhaustion washes over you.
That's not good though.
Warm sunlight filters through your eyelids, and you drift in and out of sleep. The vision was so vivid, you have to keep reminding yourself that it isn't a memory. It isn't even likely if what Miko's saying is true. But that doesn't make it feel any less real.
Real you.
All the while, Miko envelops you with comforting affection. You can feel the soft fuzz that covers her body and smell the subtle, earthy notes of her. Without a word, she supports you as you work through your vision. In that moment, you understand her a bit better. After one real vision, you're already feeling confused, and it's easy to look around and be reminded that the school has not, in fact, been destroyed. But if you'd had hundreds of visions that felt this real, it's easy to imagine how you'd make mistakes. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot Miko's journal of things that actually happened, lying in the grass, and understand how precious that must be to her. A lifeline to keep her on the same page as everyone around her.
Are you still with me? I know this is a lot. I'm sorry that this is your first experience with divination.
You had a vision like this?
Calamity? Many times. Mom says that's a good sign. Oracles are at their best when they can see and help prevent tragedies. But that doesn't make it pleasant in the moment.
What else do you have
Happy
visions of?
things, mostly. I've learned to guide my visions towards futures where I feel a lot of joy. Mom says I shouldn't do that so much, but it's hard not to once you learn how.
Maybe you can teach me?
Imagine you had a bunch of TV channels, all playing different versions of your life, and in all of them you're incredibly happy. Wouldn't you want to watch those? Especially when real life isn't going so great.
Do that all the time.
Yeah, me too. So do I. Especially when I'm anxious, which is a lot. Visions like yours are obviously a lot less fun. Honestly, I try pretty hard not to have those very much.
I tell you what I saw.
Of course. Everything you remember.
Tell.
Okay. The realm falls apart. Students panicking. It sounds like most people don't make it out. And we know that you don't cause this because it's still a possibility without you here. That's good. I've seen firsthand some people learning that they're the villain of the story, and that rarely goes well.
How do we stop it
Miko
then?
focuses her large, dark eyes on yours, and you can see her working through what she says next, like it's extremely important that it land right.
I want you to listen to me. Really listen. I've been where you are many, many times. What you need to do right now is let go of that vision. Acknowledge it as one of a billion possible futures. Accept that cataclysms like that are extremely unlikely, and move on.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. I do. I've been through exactly what you're going through, lots of times. I wish your first divination lessons were going better, but we'll work through it together. I just need you to trust me.
I trust you, Miko.
What you saw wasn't a prophecy delivered just in time to avert catastrophe. It was the mind of a stressed-out college student, seeking out a future to match their anxiety. Modern oracles call that doom scrying, and I don't want it to happen to you.
Are you sure it won't happen?
Because I'm the oracle here and I haven't seen it. I looked, of course, after your first vision. I hate seeking out grim futures, but I wanted to be sure I was guiding you correctly. I found some very upsetting things, but not this. Nothing that threatens the school.
Okay, I feel better
I'm
then.
glad. But I know that a vision like that leaves a mark.
Yeah, we
and
should
I want to help you
move past
it.
Yeah, we should do that.
Tell you what, this has been a pretty dire introduction to divination, and I'm sorry about that. Usually when I'm teaching someone, the first unguided attempts go differently. It's my mistake, and I'd like to make it up to you.
Do you have in
I'll
mind?
teach you how to seek out happier futures. Much more likely than your first vision, and much more pleasant. Then, if you really want to come back to dire portents, we can do that together. Okay?
I appreciate that. I think I'm going to leave it there actually, and I know technically look, it's going to end in a cliffhanger anyway, we know this because this is just a demo, but I'm not going to finish the demo, so that if you want to play it and go through all the dialogue options and stuff like that, you can do it, and I'm not spoiling everything for you. But, because basically I've just run out of time today. So I'm going to play this on my own, and yeah, you can finish it off on your own as well, and you can pick more of the romancy options as well. I do understand it's not explicit. I just sometimes I just want to follow the story rather than have romance options too. And I know it's a dating sim, but it still intrigued me enough to play it, and I think it's really cute. I think the voice acting's really good. I think the art style is absolutely stunning, and yeah, I would like to find out more. And with the actual, like, you know, battles, like learning magic and stuff, like, yeah, it's a basic premise, but it's a game that like everybody plays. Like most people play like a 3 in a row or whatever, like matchy symbol thing. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I will leave all the links below if you would like to download the demo or wishlist it. Wishlisting helps the devs out a lot. If you like the video, please give it a big thumbs up, and maybe consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We play games like this and games not like this all the damn time. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know who your favourite character was. But that will be it for me in this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.